Presented by Horns and Hooves Entertainment. You're watching Bob Hansen, Sean O'Malley, Rob Hazu, Tom Jerky, and Adam Fitzgerald. You still up? Live. It's Buffalo After Dark.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your host, Buffalo Bob, over here at Buffalo After Dark. It is episode 29, and I'm here joined by Trevor Hauer. Trevor, how you doing, guy?
Dude, I'm living life right now. How about you, man?
I'm doing okay. I mean, your background pretty much speaks everything that we're going to talk about tonight. So we're going to get to that in just a bit, because I know you have a lot to say, so that's good to know, for sure. And then all the way over on the side of the border is Adam Fitzgerald. As you know, Adam Fitzgerald, the life of the party. How you doing, Mike?
I'm just here. I'm the life. I'm the life of the show, the life of the party, the life of Canada.
The life of Canada. How's that supposed to work?
No, but fuck Trudeau. That's all I gotta say.
All right, so we can all agree on that Justin Trudeau's an asshole. The state of New York, Andrew Cuomo's an asshole. But anyway, and the last person is Andy Van Meer. Andy, welcome back, partner.
Hello, good evening.
Well, that's good. How are you?
Just another guy sitting back watching hockey.
There you go. Fair enough. So that's for sure.
Make my way around town. Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
Dick. But yeah, so before we get to the show, I just want to make a really quick announcement. Tom will not join the show tonight because he is dealing with a sore throat and he is just feeling like absolute crap. So I'm going to take over along with the three guys here tonight, and we're going to just try to make it as under of a run of an hour show as much as we can. So we'll take your calls and everything. So if you are interested indeed to call on the show, if you're on the East Coast, the number is 929-205-6099. Or if you're on the West Coast, the number is 669-900-6833. And for the meeting ID, if you're interested in joining, is 830-4439-6230. And the passcode to get in is 543474. So with that said, let's get right down to business. So obviously the Buffalo Sabres are making a lot of headlines this weekend with losing 4 in a row. They are a complete clusterfuck. We already know that at this point. And Jack Eichel, there's been speculation earlier this week that Jack Eichel could be pushing his agenda to be traded out of Buffalo, but reports were completely debunked by Elliot Friedman, and I made a video on my channel, if you want to check it out, at Buffalo Bobcast, about how the possibility of the New York Rangers of trading for Jack Eichel either before the trade deadline or during in the offseason. So I'm really curious of how everything plays out from here. So I'm going to start with Adam. What do you think about all this?
Of what? The Sabres in general, or?
Yeah, the Sabres, Jack Eichel, everything.
My number one thing that I'll say is that I didn't think the Sabres could be this bad, but they've proven to me how bad they can be. Just if you look at the standings right now, if anybody doesn't know, like at the start of the season, 10 games in, the Sabres were sitting like on the bubble of going into the playoffs and not being into the playoffs, and now all of a sudden they're like, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna end up at the bottom of the league and look like total jackasses. Our coach is a retard, and no, I got nothing else to say, but I'm very disappointed in Buffalo in general.
Well, I mean, coming from you, you also make fun of them quite often.
Yeah, but I have the utmost respect for Sabres fan base, I'll say.
I mean, the fan base is loyal. They're pretty much just tired of their shit at this point. And honestly, I don't blame them. But Trevor, what do you have to say about this?
So first of all, as you can hear, my wonderful roommate is playing piano. He's doing a very good job. So props to him. Give him the credit that he deserves, because he's come a long way. He started playing 2019. We're just talking about you for 2 seconds. It's all good. So for the Sabres, dude, here's the thing. I don't want to say that the whole Jack Eichel thing isn't true, because he wants to win here, and you can tell he wants to win here. And if you're gonna trade him, give me the fucking give me the King's ransom for him. Because here's the thing, like with Jack Eichel, he's playing through what I think is 2 injuries right now. Maybe according to Ralph Kruger, it's 3 injuries, but I think it's definitely 2. He got the shoulder from training camp and the ankle from New Jersey, and he's still putting up like 16 points in like 20 games. So if you're going to trade Jack Eichel, number one, that's stupid. Number two, I want the King's ransom for him. That's all I got to say about Jack Eichel.
Well, I think for his talent, that's exactly what fans are pretty much expecting. It's like, hey, listen, you're trading a franchise guy. You're trading arguably the best player on the team. So, of course, they're going to have to ask for a ransom in return. But I'm interested in what the return is going to be. But I want to hear what Andy has to say about this.
I'm diving in all week about it. All these trade rumors, where's he going to go? I mean, it's all over the internet. I mean, it's crazy to have this much speculation and all these rumors going around in just 5-6 years time of him even being here. I mean, it's insane. But I think if they're going to pull this off, it's going to have to be in the off season. If he really wants out and he demands it, then you're going to have to give the guy his wish. And like backtracking off of what Trevor said, you're going to have to go for the King's ransom. You cannot screw this up like you did with the O'Reilly trade. Not that it was Kevin Adams' fault, but if you have another package like that coming back where nobody works out, I mean, you're setting the organization back another 5-10 years, and you don't want that.
No, and it's pretty clear to everybody. Yeah, what were you going to say, Trevor? I thought you said something.
No. On a brighter note, I have something for the fans. Just goes out to my Buffalo fan base.
None of that is true.
So the whole idea behind this, the Buffalo Sabres are never going to win the cup, basically.
I wouldn't be surprised. If they never won the cup.
I mean, I would never see the cup in my lifetime with this fucking organization the way it's going at this point. It's like nobody has any expectations for them at this point forward. I mean, you're already a half a decade in with Jack Eichel, and you have gone nowhere with him. He wants to stay, but the management and the ownership and the players around him are making it so much more difficult for him to stay. It's almost impossible to escape these trade rumors idea. You want to know how embarrassing this fucking franchise is already? Listen to this. David Pagnotta from the fourthperiod.com came out today saying that the Los Angeles Kings should, not that it's going to happen, and like don't think so, and I seriously doubt it, is the Los Angeles Kings should pursue a trade to get Rasmus Dahlin.
Fuck no.
They're not going to give up Dahlin.
Okay, what are you offering, LA? What are you offering?
They don't have anything to offer. That's the
they got tons of prospects. Give me
prospects that are worthwhile.
Yeah, well, hey, you know what? They're 8-chip prospects. You got guys like Byfield and Turcotte and Kaliev.
Give me one of your Stanley Cups in exchange for Rasmus Dahlin.
Yeah,
there you go. That's the best hope right there.
You know what, though? I guess it's actually really interesting I brought this up because the LA Kings were another team that was brought up in the conversation along with the New York Rangers. If you want to see my, like I said, go on my YouTube channel at Buffalo Podcast. You can see my full details in there. The LA Kings was another team I brought up in my video, and I said that if they're going to have any sort of discussion about Jack Eichel and the Los Angeles Kings in the same sentence, the least you can give up to the Sabres is Quentin Byfield, another player on the roster, and possibly 2 first-round picks, and maybe a third if you're lucky. That's just what I think, but I'm really curious, though. I mean, aside from LA and aside from the New York Rangers, because, again, those are the most 2 linked teams I can think of, same with Boston, where else do you guys think he would go? I'll start with Andy.
Where else would he go? Oh, man. I said last podcast, I said I would like to see him go to Anaheim because of the package you could probably get back, which could be a couple, pretty decent players. an 8-chip prospect like Egris, and a couple picks. I mean, they have some pieces that are UFAs, and everything's got to match up money wise. You know, you got a $10 million player, you got to get a couple players to match that, and you're going to want some young talent along with it, as well as some picks. You have to ask for a king's ransom when it comes to a franchise player coming into his prime. You have to.
You have no leverage beyond that. You have to get a good return for a guy like Jack Eichel, because it's like almost the equivalent of, let's say, like when the Flyers 30 years ago traded for Eric Lindros, but that was a completely different story. But Eichel's on that same level in terms of trade value than where Eric Lindros was. This could very well happen. I don't know for a fact. But what do you think, Adam? Where else do you think you could see him go?
I see going to this will be an oddball pick, but I'll say the Habs.
Interesting.
And,
why?
And I say I just feel like the Habs could use them, and I think they'd give up Suzuki, player like Toffoli, and a couple first rounders.
And I think I asked Trevor. I don't think I asked you yet.
I can see out of all the teams, probably I might I might take a shot in the dark here. I'll say Nashville. I think that'd be a decent spot for him, because you look at a team like Nashville, they really want their first Stanley Cup, and they have a lot of young talent. They got some decent prospects. You send Jack Eichel there. I mean, they're consistently a good team. Maybe you can get some of those prospects. Maybe a solid defenseman. I know that that Nashville has a lot of great defensemen. So if you want to ship them there, but truth be told, man, I don't see him. I really don't see Jack Eichel leaving unless they accept his request of a trade. I don't see him leaving. I could tell that he wants to win here, and that's great. I really just don't see Jack leaving.
Yeah, I hate to break it to you, but Nashville is about to go into a rebuild.
Yeah,
Jack's your perfect guy.
You know what? And here's a joke of a trade was best for you. I'll give you Toronto will take him. I'll give you fucking William Nylander, a first, and wait, Alexander,
no.
Kerfoot.
We don't want him.
No.
And a first and a second.
I hate to break it to you, but you're going to have to be a little bit more specific. I mean, Nylander's a start, but you're going to have to give up maybe like 2 first-round picks, your top prospect, and another
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you this. I'll give you William Nylander, Timothy Lindgren, a first in 2022, and a second in 2023.
Give me at least two number ones.
Nah, man. I'll give me Nylander.
Yeah.
I don't fucking want Nylander.
Why not?
Because if he's anything like his brother, he's going to suck so bad in Buffalo.
I hate the guy. That's why I'm gone.
Yeah, the thing is, you want to get another really good young centerman, another top 6 centerman with a lot of potential.
I'll give you John Tavares.
Like Adam said, I mean, can he reach that potential at least to be a top 6? I mean, he's looking like he can. Toffoli's always been a player I love. I've wanted the Sabres to sign him for the past, I don't know how many years. But, I mean, what are you going to do?
Well, you know what? Me and my buddy fought over this, and me and him came to the conclusion that in our minds that Montreal was the oddball out, but it wasn't out of the question, and Toffoli and Suzuki would be a good trade bait for this right off the hop, right?
Yeah. But you know what's really interesting, though, is that everybody has their opinion about Eichel, but there's one team, and it really, really just came up across my mind about who I personally believe could trade for Jack Eichel. But again, they don't make big trades for stars. And that is the Chicago Blackhawks. And I'll tell you why. I firmly believe that if they do trade him to Chicago, they're in the hunt for the playoffs. They could be a one-year wonder and they'd be shit again. So that's a big risk for Chicago. So you can bring in that format to bring him to Chicago and then go to the playoffs potentially with Jack Eichel and Patrick Kane and Jonathan Taves, etc. Now, you go in and you trade him to Chicago. Buffalo would get Alex DeBrincat back, and if you're actually that serious, go out and give us Ian Mitchell. Give us Ian Mitchell or give us Lucas Reichel. One of the two would be perfect in this trade. And then 2 first-round picks and maybe another player on the roster to go with you. A fourth-line player or maybe a decent third-line winger somewhere in the middle. That's what I think would be the case for Jack Eichel if he were to go out west. I mentioned, we talked about Chicago, we talked about Montreal, so everybody has different opinions about all this. So I'm really curious how everything will fully just play out in the offseason, because there's going to be a lot of controversy about the team going forward. So they might have to eventually blow this all up, because now with Jack Eichel in the mix, Taylor Hall's name has been brought up in trade rumors. Teams like Carolina, Philadelphia, Boston, Montreal, Colorado, Vegas. There's a lot of teams that are brought up to Taylor Hall in their liking. So I'm curious about this, Trevor. What do you think about all that?
I say with Jack Eichel, I don't think anything happens over the summer. Like maybe he says, maybe he gets out one of those typical Eichel press conferences where he's like, I'm so frustrated, but nothing really comes of it. But for Taylor Hall, I think anybody that's not named Olofsson, Dahlin are movable. If you want to trade Taylor Hall to a team like Vegas for a solid forward, maybe like a Marsh or so or something, oh my God, somehow we can swing that deal. That'd be sweet. I honestly don't think Taylor Hall is a great fit here in Buffalo. Like, just for the man's career, he's wasting a year out of his – I mean, he's a great player. He's wasting a year in the NHL with this bum fuck of an organization known as the Sabres. So if you want to trade him just for the sake of the player, trade him then. But at the same time, he still has one goal from the first game of the season. So I think anyone that's not named – I don't think Eichel gets moved this summer. I don't see that happening. I think that's like a 2% or less chance of happening. So I think he stays. He's untouchable this year. Same with Dahlin, same with Olofsson. But I think everybody else, in my opinion, is movable.
Yeah. What do you think, Adam?
Well, my one question is, how many years does Eichel have left on his contract?
Eichel has, after this year, it's 5 years, but his no movement clause kicks in next year, and he is carrying a $10.25 million contract.
Okay, I'll take it back. He's not going nowhere.
Well, it's possible unless he says, I want out, trade me.
No, but if you look at it, though, Montreal doesn't have the cap space for a $10.5 million player a year. And then they have to approve his no trade clause, or he has to waive it. And if he waives it, then yeah, any team would be lucky to have Jack Eichel on their team. But fuck me, man, it's a big fucking take a player at $10.5 million.
Gotcha. And what about you, Andy?
Well, for me, it's gonna be. I mean, I think you sign Taylor Hall for that 1 year deal. Everybody knows it's a show me contract. Either you're going to show up or show out, and, his value's probably going down a little bit now. So who knows what happens by deadline day, where he's going to be in the scoring category. I mean, 1 goal is not going to help you fetch a lot, but I mean, you got to understand his background, what he's done so far, his years that he's, he's a former Hart Trophy winner. You'll get something good, but I don't know how much you're going to really a Taylor Hall that's playing right now. I mean, he could up his play by the deadline, who knows, but you can fetch something pretty decent, I think, for him. If not a small package of a couple prospects, a couple picks, maybe, or maybe a player, hopefully maybe second to third line player, maybe somebody decent. But I think if Eichel gets traded, it's going to be in the offseason, so Adams has enough time to take everybody's offers, take everything in, look at all the packages, because it's going to be a package. Who's going to have the money to do it? Everyone knows that the Rangers right now are the only team that's able to do it right now because they have the money. Who knows? You release contracts. You make some room to get around $10 million, maybe. Who knows? And I mean, I think a lot of people are tradable. Rasmus Dahlin. To me, I mean, Sam's bringing it every game. I know he's on a 1-year deal. I mean, I would like to stick around for maybe another 3-4 years. I mean, I've never been totally sold on Sam, but he has decent years. I mean, I'm not going to go totally against him, but you kind of want to. There's some players and there's some contracts on this team that shouldn't be on this team right now, and they just gotta retool and find some other players to really gel and mix because it's all over the place.
Yeah, I'm with Trevor on the fact that like if they're going to trade to someone for value, it's going to be a team like Vegas because they want players like Taylor Hall because they draft teams are like they'll take whatever they can get and they'll give up a little or more to get what they want, just to win that first cup. So they got lots of years to build and they'll fucking give what they can just to get players like Taylor.
Yeah. What do you call it? What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So what kind of offer do you think? Before we move on to the next topic, what kind of offer do you think it would take for the Sabres to trade Taylor Hall? Like, what kind of package do you expect to get? I'll start with Andy.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
What kind of package do you think the Sabres could get for a guy like Taylor Hall right now?
Well, for one goal and 11 or 12, it's totally bad, but it's not up to Hall's caliber. You could probably fetch maybe 2 to 3 pieces right now. Maybe a player, a prospect, and a pick. That would be my guess for it. I mean, like I said, an in-betweener, bottom 6, maybe top 9 forward. All depends on who he's going to and who's available.
It's a fair point. What about you, Adam? I mean, Adam.
I think in my mind it'd be a player of, same position, not like as good, and be, a couple picks, and not like high picks. I think it'll be like a 3rd, 4th round picks.
Yeah, and what about you, Trevor?
I'm thinking a player for a player plus some draft capital. Now, I don't know what team he goes to. It's probably going to a contender or a team that's so close to chasing for the cup next year. Or who knows? Maybe he gets shopped at the deadline. I mean, we really don't know. Maybe a team's trying to make a push towards the deadline because it's in like mid-April this year due to everything. So I'm going to say a player for a player who's maybe lesser talent and maybe some draft capital either this year or next year.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
I'll give you Nylander straight up for him.
Oh my God!
Keep him. We don't want him.
Oh man!
I'm gonna say this right now. Adam is the biggest William Nylander hater on the show, hands down.
Me too.
He's the biggest bum. He's a fucking
right there.
Yeah,
I hate all the Nylanders. The Nylanders in general just suck.
Dude, if you ever watch William Nylander play a fucking game, you've never seen the guy hustle back. He glides back like a little bitch the whole fucking game.
His back check is so bad.
He goes to a corner to get a puck. He never cycles the puck. He always fucking stands up front like, please, pass me the puck, sir. Can I have some more?
He's a modern day Drew Stafford.
Oh, that's harsh.
I don't know. I've seen Stafford take it to the net a couple of times.
I mean, that's pretty harsh to compare William Nylander to freaking Drew Stafford.
Stafford's back check was so lazy. Remember that? That was so bad.
I'm young, 15 years ago, I liked Drew Stafford when he was a rookie and then kind of worked his way up with the team. And then after a while, he just kind of slowed down. And then the biggest moment to me, he tried to the Jets for Evander Kane and fucking Zach Bogosian.
I thought that was going to work so well. I thought that trade was going to work so well in our favor, and it did for like a year. Because Tyler Myers was a bum in Winnipeg his first year.
The best thing I've ever seen so far this year is like I think Toronto was playing Calgary, and the puck, and he's like doing this whole like glide back to the other side, and Marner came up behind him and put his hand on his back and pushed him, and was like, "Get fucking going, bud! Like you're fucking skate, move your feet." And it was so pathetic. And Nylander put his hands in the air, like, "What? What am I doing wrong? Like I'm a fucking goof."
Yeah, I mean, I don't see Nylander coming to Buffalo any way, shape, or form, specifically for a guy like Taylor Hall. But I think, though, if you're going to trade Taylor Hall to a team like Vegas or Carolina, the best I would like is a top 9 forward and maybe 2 picks. That's the best offer I'd give for Taylor Hall. I think it's a fair deal, specifically for a guy who only has a 1-year deal. And if the team, if they even trade for him, likes him enough, like, whoever is contending and that wants the like of Taylor Hall, take him, because the Sabres could dump as much money as they want, and some of these players have not panned out. Like, I could see Eric Stahl going to the Montreal Canadiens, but we'll see how that pans out. I mean, he can go back to Minnesota for all we know. I mean, it's very possible. So we'll find out down the road about what exactly happens. So
we'll just see. We'll just see where or what kind of guy Kevin Adams. Oh, I mean, what the Pagulas want out of Taylor Hall, because that's what we know who's running the show there. We're not giving Kevin Adams any credit. It's the Pagulas telling him what to do. We'll see what they want, and if they want to ship out Taylor Hall, it better not turn out to be a freaking O'Reilly trade. That's all I got to say about that.
No, dude, they'll literally ask like the King's ransom for him.
Well, you're gonna have to match the money. $8 million going there. You got to have that kind of money going back.
Knowing them, he'll just walk in free agency. They'll just let him go. They'll just let him go.
No, you don't let a player like Taylor Hall walk for nothing. Absolutely not. And that was something when Tim Murray was the GM. He would never let his free agents walk for nothing.
Well, that's the problem. When you sign players, you either give them the big money or the no movement clause. Which is it going to be?
Well,
we already saw that with Jeff Skinner. Well, here's the thing about the whole Jeff Skinner contract. Everybody keeps bashing that. Jason Botterill was in a corner. He was getting cornered. It was either a 40 goal scorer leaves for nothing, or he gives him the contract that he wants. He was backed into a corner. I would defend Jason Botterill to the grave on that one.
I'm sorry, Trevor, hold on. I meant to say what you should do as a GM is either give them the big money or the new no movement clause.
Yep.
Not both. Can't do both.
Can't do both.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah, no, you're all good. I mean, it's just that's the only thing I would defend Jason Botterill on, because Skinner wanted $9.5 million and Botterill wanted like $8 million, and then they settled in the middle at $9 million. So he was kind of backed into a corner. Like, he would have been fired if he didn't sign this guy who just scored 40 goals with Jack Eichel. But now I think
no movement clause.
Yep, he just. That's where he fucked up right there. Just give him
We're
the money.
We're going to have to eat that. Sabres are going to have to eat that contract.
Yep. Just give him the money. That's all you need. We did the same thing with freaking Oposo, didn't we?
I think it was like 6 years or $7 million. Oposo, I believe, will go to Seattle when the summertime comes. I think everybody's going to have to forfeit players except for the Knights because they're still relatively new. But teams like Buffalo, Toronto, everybody is going to have to give up one player. They're going to have to expose a few handful of positions just to fill that role. So if Buffalo is smart, make a trade with Seattle, get a couple of picks from them, and just tell them, listen, we'll make a deal with you, but if you agree to it, you have to take on Kyle Oposo's contract. And if they say yes, then Oposo is gone, and the Sabres, I think we're going to have to tan about maybe 25% of his salary if they're able to do it.
They're gonna take one look at Kyle Oposo's contract and say, "Are you guys smoking crack? You think we're gonna take this?"
They're gonna have to buy him out. It's all gonna have to be buyouts.
When he first came into the league, listen, they took on David Clarkson's contract.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Let me just say that we won that expansion draft. We only gave up William Carrier.
Well, Carrier's doing pretty
No,
decent.
dude, we gave up Josh Levo. Like, come on. Who won what?
Will Carrier compared to the Panthers who gave up Marchessault, I think that we won that freaking draft, that expansion draft.
And got Riley, too.
Yep.
Can't forget about that.
Yeah, for sure. So
we got Riley. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. We actually do have some breaking news, but before I get into that, so if you're listening or watching the show, you can call on East and West Coast sides here. So the East Coast number is 929-205-6099, and for the West is 669-968. 30-4439. 6230, and the passcode for that is 543474. So with that said, we have some breaking news is that former Carolina Panthers future Hall of Famer Thomas Davis is signing a one-day contract on March 11th to retire with the Carolina Panthers. So
of course. I mean, it's not a surprise at all.
Attaboy.
Who was that?
Great. That's great.
But Thomas Davis?
Okay.
Wait,
Mr. Carolina, Thomas Davis.
Mr. Carolina, he's
not a surprise at all.
Panthers.
Yeah, what were you gonna say, Andy?
I was gonna say I don't recall who that was.
Let's just put it this way: the guy was a fucking beast when he played for the Panthers. He was legitimately the right-hand man with Luke Kuechly when they went to the Super Bowl run many years ago.
Oh, that Panthers! I'm thinking Florida.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Carolina.
God, Andy, wake up. I said Thomas Davis.
It's been a long day. I start work at 4:30 in the morning. Give me a break.
In his career, he's had 55 pass deflections, and 42 of those came with the Carolina Panthers.
Damn straight.
No, that guy is literally the face of the Panthers.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, definitely.
Now that I know which one we're talking about.
Well, I said Carolina in the sentence.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's all good. But anyway, so Thomas Davis makes it official on Instagram, quoting, "The closing of a chapter. The time has finally come, and I want to thank each of you. The Washington No Names has agreed to release me so that on March 11th, I will officially be returning to the place that my heart has been all along. By signing a one-day contract, I will retire from the NFL as a Carolina Panther. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for this opportunity. Thank you, NFL Films, and this video, and I hope you all enjoy."
Yep, AK-58 right there. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, definitely. So, because Adam's a Panthers fan, what do you think about all this with Thomas Davis?
Well, I think it's a no-brainer. The guy should have been retired as a Panther anyways. So, kudos to the organization and the management is great there with their players and stuff. Yeah, that's well deserved.
Absolutely.
Will he get his number retired in Carolina? Will he get his number retired?
I hope so.
I think he deserves it, to be honest with you. I mean, he's been there from the get-go. I mean, he's been playing in the NFL for 11 years, he just said? So he was there for pretty much the majority of his career, except when he went to the Chargers and then 2 years ago, and then went to the Washington No Names. He has had a remarkable career with Carolina. That's for damn sure. And
1,000.
I think we lost
1,216 career tackles. Like, this dude's a freaking menace.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys got me? You got me?
Yeah, you like just as you were speaking and just as you cut me off is when you lagged, and that's kind of where I just went like silent for a little bit.
Okay. I was saying 1,216 tackles.
He was known as the what do you call it? He had a nickname in college and shit too.
I can look it up.
His college nickname is what was it? I can't even remember.
Yeah, what's his name? Yeah, the nickname.
I don't know. I can't remember, but he had a nickname in college.
I've heard AK-58, but that came toward the back end of his career. That was the
that
NFL.
Yeah. In college, he had a nickname too.
Yeah, well, I found his what do you call it? His Wikipedia page. It doesn't say what his nickname is, but yeah, it doesn't find it.
It was Big Dog.
Big Dog. That's
Big
what
Dog. Big Dog. There you go. That was it. Big Dog.
That's what it was. Big Dog. But yeah, so kudos to him, man. I think he deserves to go to at least to the Panthers Ring of Honor.
Oh yeah, for sure. No
Absolutely.
doubt. Fuck Luke Kuechly, but yeah, for sure.
I love Luke Kuechly.
Oh, fuck that guy. He's such a fucking goof.
No, I like my linebackers. He was one of my favorites. I don't know why.
I like linebackers that are efficient and useful. He's nothing.
He was great. I liked Kuechly too.
No, fuck that guy. Fuck him and his hat.
No matter what you guys say to him, I've said the same thing.
There's no winning here.
Yeah. And another thing I want to bring up too that the NFL just announced is that they're going to be adding a game going here. How many of you, starting with Adam, how many of you have heard this?
Oh, we're playing the Texans.
Yep, the Panthers are playing the Texans. Andy, have you heard this yet?
Yep, I've heard it. I just forgot who we were playing. Was it not Washington? Was it Washington?
No, that's well. I'll tell you guys. So the Panthers are playing the Texans. That's to represent Adam. You said to me last week you're a Niners fan, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. So in this scenario, the 49ers are playing the Bengals, and as for Trevor, because he's a Colts fan, you're taking on the Buccaneers. That's going to be fun.
At home.
And
Good game.
Yeah, definitely.
I think the Panthers are playing the Texans at home too.
Well, no, it's actually in Houston. Yeah. Washington No Names against the Buffalo Bills.
Yep, that's where I saw it.
Yeah.
I hope at this point when we play the Texans, we have Deshaun Watson and we'll be laughing.
They're gonna have a name. They're gonna have a name by next year.
No,
That's what I've heard.
They said
they're gonna have a name.
Washington Foreskin.
It's gonna be the Washington Deadskins.
Why don't they just call them the Washington Redskins? Just keep the name, but no, everything has to be changed.
How about this? The Washington Red Tails.
Well,
no, that's racist.
No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
You can't say that. That could be Indian based. You can't say that.
No, Red Tail was a patrol from World War II that was stationed in Washington D.C.
Huh.
The Red Tails.
Yeah. State bird or animal or some shit.
Yeah,
because
you call them the Washington Swallows.
Because if you did like the Washington Red Tails, you can still keep the HTTR thing that they used to have. That would have been cool. Like Hail to the Red Tails. That's even though that sounds kind of weird, but or Washington Redbirds. Washington Redbirds.
Well,
Washington Swallows.
I was gonna say the Washington Redbirds.
Yeah, we love the swallow. We love the swallow.
How about this? Washington, how about they get sponsored by Red Bull? How about Red Bull buys, I mean, they already have a soccer team. Why don't they just buy the football team, the Washington Red Bulls? Just like, you know how they have like the New York Red Bulls FC in the MLS? They should have the Washington Red Bulls. That'd be sweet.
Yeah, that would be dope.
I don't know what a red... Do Red Wolves even exist? Like,
of course. Yes, Trevor, they exist. Red Wolves.
Never heard of a red wolf.
Dude,
I don't know. Wait. I don't know. Are wolves gender neutral?
Oh my God! Shut up!
Hey, he's not wrong there. I mean, this is where we are these days.
Red wolves are mostly live in southern Canada and northern United States. Why would Washington be named the Red Wolves when they don't even have them near Washington?
Well, let me ask you this: why do we have a freaking? I have a better question. Why do the Buffalo Sabres are called the Buffalo Sabres? Do we just go around Western New York and we just have a bunch of people carrying a bunch of swords around on their sides and they just pull them out and they start duking it out like it's?
Seymour Knox seemed to like swords.
Isn't it to do with the bison?
I don't know.
Well, if we're
The
talking
Saber.
about,
The Saber, I think that was Seymour H. Knox came up with the name.
It's
Yeah.
a sword. A saber is a sword, but why the buffalo?
well,
Like
the
the
name is
buffalo
called Buffalo, New York. That's the
It's-
name of the city.
Buffalo
Yeah,
is
but
a
the
city?
buffalo symbol. The buffalo symbol is like a bison.
Oh, do you mean the slug logo?
Yeah.
And the goat head. Yeah, I understand that. I didn't really know why those were a thing and they were called the Sabres, but like if you look at the logo now, it makes sense. You got the buffalo right there to represent the city and the crossing swords.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah,
There's
the
your buffalo. There's your
saber
saber.
symbol. Yeah.
But personally, I think that the angry goat logo was
Yeah. Yeah.
that was when the Sabres Leafs rivalry was at its peak.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, if you look on it on the retro jerseys, it's got the goat head on the shoulders.
Yep.
Which I didn't want on the shoulders. I would have rather had it as the front crest.
Me too. Me too, man.
With the colors
Sword
on
on
it.
the
But
shoulders.
Like, just
What are you
if
gonna
you
do?
want to bring back the butter knives, just bring back the freaking red jersey. Seriously.
No. Bring back the charging banana.
Yeah, bring back the
No.
slug.
No.
The slug's got disrespected. The slugs got disrespected. Every season we played with the slugs, we had at least 90 points.
The charging banana was such a laughable logo. I'm just gonna be honest.
So
people, go ahead, Adam.
Didn't you guys have like a Fenagana or some shit when they were charging bananas?
oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
Derek
that's-
Roy, Thomas Vanek, Chris Drury for a
That's
year,
what you
Daniel
guys
Briere
were-
for a year.
That's when you guys were relevant.
I'm
Dude,
telling
you
you.
were irrelevant when this happened. You were
We-
still the doormat of the league at that time.
Ryan Miller won the Vezina in those jerseys. We made the conference finals in those jerseys. Every single year, like we didn't make the playoffs every year with those jerseys, but we've had over 90-point seasons consistently wearing those jerseys. So they are a part of our history.
and we ruled over the Leafs for the longest time.
And we still do.
Yeah.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
It's 50-50.
Yeah, it's kind of like on the ropes.
Well, I will say this though. Regarding to that comment, I was gonna say something. What I was gonna say was the charging banana logo. I've met some really stupid people who firmly believe that the horn area of the slug logo or the charging banana, that's what I call it. It's a banana. It has horns. Come on, it's charging. But anyway,
It's a slug. It's a slug.
no,
It's a yellow slug.
no,
An
it's a
alien.
banana. It's a fucking banana.
It was called the Buffa Slug logo.
The Buffa Slug sucks. It's called the charging banana. I call it the Buffa banana. That's what it should have been called.
It looks like a banana slug. Like, you ever see a picture of a banana slug?
Yes,
That's
it's
exactly
yellow.
what it looks like. Yeah.
Yes, it's yellow.
How
But
about we just let it die? Just let it die in the past. Let it die.
That's like the New York Islanders. Hey, it's like the New York Islanders fucking logo with the fucking drunken sailor and
The fisherman? The fucking fisherman?
God, I'm gonna
Hey,
have that long now.
That would have been a sweet jersey concept, but they added like waves and shit on the jerseys. I'm like, ew, why would you do
No,
that?
it just looked wrong. It just looked so stupid.
Remember the
Oh,
Islanders
you made
dark
this
blues?
jersey. You made this one?
Yeah, the waves at the bottom just make no
He's
sense.
got it.
Yeah, that you actually bought that? You
I got
actually
this
bought that shit?
I got this like 3 years ago.
Gross.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Uh,
No, but like back when they first started, it was like a logo. It was like more. It was bigger, and it was just like the sailor guy.
Well, I can certainly tell you that this is a collector's item now, and the ones you can get on eBay for these are like $200, $300.
you want to know what I gotta get? I gotta get. Oh,
The thing is,
Patty LaFontaine.
Patty LaFontaine. No, but the answer to your question, Andy, is I do not like the players' names on there. I got the Francisco Lindor jersey because I know for a fact that he's going to sign an extension with the Mets. But as far as hockey players go, I used to do that every year with a new player. Like I had Steve Ott, I had Robin Regier, I had Christian Ehrhoff one year.
Hey,
They're all
nice.
gone. They're all gone. So
yeah, but those were some decent players, man. Like especially Regier, who was criminally underrated when he played here.
Oh right, Villanelle was a great player, Trevor.
I didn't say Leno. Fuck him. He can go straight to hell. I said Robin Regier was extremely underrated.
There's so many players. There's so many players you can have on a Sabre jersey, like Dominic Hasek for one, should be on a fucking.
Chris Drury.
Chris
Drury, yeah.
No, Chris Drury was a great guy. We just fucked him out of the city.
Fuck him, because you know what? You know what it is with the Sabres is with Darcy Regier was the GM.
He pissed him off.
No. Chris Drury was offered a contract extension knowing full well that he was going to sign that extension, and then in the very last minute, he's like, yeah, I'll sign. Nope, I won't sign. Darcy was a whole different story.
Darcy Regier hoodwinked Chris Drury. He absolutely hoodwinked. Yeah, we have it. We have a contract for you. And then by the time free agency hit, tough shit, Chris. We're not going to re-fucking sign you. That pissed Chris off so much that he doesn't want anything to do with the city anymore.
And the thing is, it was only for $2 million more than what they originally offered. That's it.
Ever hear about that?
Yes.
Yep.
After Edmonton was going to offer us their first round pick
for the next 4 years,
2009 and 2010, and we turned it down. We would have gotten 2 number 1 picks out of that.
Well,
and who were those number 1 picks?
Nugent Hopkins and Taylor Hall. Nugent Hopkins was what, 2009, and Taylor Hall was 2010?
No, Nugent Hopkins was 2011, and Taylor Hall was 2010. 2009 with the Edmonton Oilers, I don't think they were in the top 3.
They had 4 first-rounders they were going to get. 4.
It was 4.
It would have been Dale Yakupov.
No, he went 2012, didn't he?
Yeah.
First overall for 2012.
You're going to have to research that.
Who went 2008? Nobody good, right?
On Edmonton?
Yeah.
This whole thing with the Buffalo Sabres, as far as I'm concerned, they've been a mess for a while. But the point I was trying to say before, while I'm looking this up for you, is the Buffalo Slug or the Charging Banana, the biggest piece of dog shit, next to that ugly fucking mustard jersey behind Trevor, is the worst thing possible.
We would have had Jordan Eberle in 2008.
Oh, yeah.
Not bad.
And then, I don't know this guy in 2009.
Who is it?
Magnus Pajärvi?
Pajärvi, Edmonton.
Holy Pajärvi.
I remember Magnus Pajärvi. He sucked.
Yeah, he was a 10th overall pick that year. 2010, we would have got Taylor Hall. And 2011, we...
That's still 3 players that are playing in this league right now.
You would have had options at least.
And knowing Edmonton, they would have destroyed Thomas Vanek's career.
Oh. Yeah, it kills you, but what are you going to do?
Yep.
Yeah.
On a brighter note, I have a joke for you, Bobby.
What? Say it.
Jimmy Vesey scored.
Yeah. It looks like he's going to get traded soon.
Who cares? He's gonna go to fucking Russia or Czech Republic or some shit like that in the next couple years anyway. Who cares?
Mm-hmm.
That dude's a fucking pigeon.
I had hopes for him.
I did.
He's literally just a fill-in player type basis guy for the Leafs. That's all he is.
He's a goofy looking guy. He looks like a mouse.
He's the bottom.
Yeah.
Dude's goofy.
Yeah, for sure. Another thing I wanted to bring up too, because these just came out today, is that the Buffalo Bills and the Philadelphia Eagles both came out with new proposals for rules for the 2021 season, which has to be approved by the league and such. And it's very possible they can, look at this. So I'm going to look at the Philadelphia Eagles, then we'll get to the Buffalo Bills. The Philadelphia Eagles, for the second straight year, have offered a proposal on the onside kick alternatives that would give teams the chance to maintain possession within 4th and 15 play, and that's according to Mark Mask. Last year, the vote was at 16-16, needing 24 to pass. So that's the first one. And the second one is from the Buffalo Bills. And this one actually makes a lot more sense than the one the Philadelphia Eagles came out with.
That onside kick thing is so fucking kick an onside kick.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, simple.
Yeah, really. And the one the Buffalo Bills came out is this. This is from Albert Breer. The Bills have submitted a rule change proposal to the league that would bar interviews for front office and coaching positions until after the conference championship games, and the hirings would begin until after the Super Bowl, and the owners could vote on it this offseason, which would be a huge change.
No, that makes sense. That makes 100% sense. Like we're seeing coaches getting hired during the week of the fucking Pro Bowl. And I'm like, can we just play out the Super Bowl first and then start making these crazy acquisitions? And that whole thing about Brian Dable, what were they saying? Oh, he might go to the Chargers as their head coach. No. He shot those rumors down.
Clearly.
So if you want to like make more money and like more speculation going into your sport, just wait till after the Super Bowl.
That's for sure.
Like wait until like Valentine's Day, and then that's when you can start scrambling.
Definitely. What about you, Andy?
What was the question? I'm sorry.
What do you think of the Buffalo Bills proposal? Which is that the proposal is that they want to offer coaches a position of their new jobs, whether it's for the front office or for anything like this, until the conference championship, which is when they start the interview process, and then do the hirings after the Super Bowl.
Yeah, absolutely. You got teams focusing on coaches during those runs. I mean, wait till the season's over. I mean, it's ridiculous. I'm all for that.
What about you, Adam? Is Adam even alive?
No, he is.
Yeah. Okay. I'm back.
Look at the fucking chat. Look at the fucking chat.
Let's find out. Yes. Fuck! VJ, Corvette.
He just typed in randomly. He said penis. I was crying for like I was like crying of laughter for 2 minutes straight.
Yeah. Anyways, I'll agree because nobody wants to be thinking about that bullshit when they're trying to fucking win a championship. So like leave it out until after the fact.
Yeah. You guys are something special, you know that.
Well, do you know that sound it makes like when you get a message in Messenger while you're on your computer? It's just like boop boop. I go and check that. I'm like, oh, somebody's probably trying to call in, and I see penis.
Fucking hell, man.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's brutal. But yeah, so one last call for the evening, guys. If anybody wants to chip in or join the show on the East Coast, the number is 929-205-6099, and then for the West Coast is 669-900-6833. The meeting ID is 830-4439-6230, and the passcode is 543-474. So if anybody wants to join in, yeah, so we have some really interesting baseball news. And supposedly, one former MLB executive is reporting that supposedly, Albert Pujols lied about his age when he first signed that contract in 2012 with the Los Angeles Angels for 10 years, $240 million. And at the time, Albert Pujols is currently listed as 41 years old, but that could very well be false. So what do you think, Trevor?
No, he looks like an old guy. Like it doesn't surprise me. He looks like he's like in his 50s. But to be honest with you, I don't care how old you are. All you have to do is be able to get paid to hit the ball out of the park. And Albert Pujols is a guy. I mean, let's just say this: he's juiced out of his head, or at least he used to be juiced up back in the day. But he's still hitting dingers. I don't give a shit if you're 61 or if you're 34. If you can hit home runs, you can run. You have the ability to steal bases and play your position. Nothing.
special. I mean, look at Jaromir Jagr. He's not even married, doesn't have kids, so he doesn't have the time to be a stepdad. He's just playing hockey for fun, man.
His fucking gray beard is just legendary. And he's still letting the mullet fly, you know?
Damn straight. I love it.
I love Yager. Like, if I were to score in, like, a beer league, I'm doing a Yager salute because that man's a fucking beast.
Absolutely. Andy, what do you think?
Yeah, it's whatever.
And what about you, Adam? He's stroking his dick out.
No. Okay, what was the question?
What do you think of the whole situation with Albert Pujols about lying potentially about his age when he signed the contract in 2012 with the Angels?
I mean, how hard can it be to swing a bat?
Yeah. So what does this mean about the Buffalo Sabres?
How come the coach don't want me in the lineup, man?
Is it Will Smith looking at fucking Uncle Phil going, well,
Yeah, how come you don't want me, man?
That's great. Wait, here's a
Hey,
meme.
Bobby, you want to hear a joke? Bobby, want to hear another joke?
What, you?
Jimmy Vesey scored again.
What?
Jimmy Vesey scored again.
You gotta fucking drug test this guy now. Holy shit.
Yeah, really. Okay, to my future wife, when I die, I want you to mix my ashes in a bowl of chili from Wendy's, then eat it, just so I can tear that ass off one more.
Laughing. You guys probably saw me.
Fuck, man.
If nobody knows, I'm like the meme god. So if you need memes, come to me.
Adam, go back to the chat.
Okay, hold on.
I wrote something funny.
I actually have something really funny to share with you guys in a bit, for those who don't know. Let's see. Me, shoots basketball. Cobain, my friend. It's Kobe, not Cobain. Me, I'm pretty sure Kurt Cobain did his last shot. That's great.
It's terrible. It's terrible, I know.
It's so terrible. And then, wait, is that Bobby Clark? No, that's Laney McDonald, isn't it? Andy?
That's not even close.
I thought it was Andy McDonald with the mustache, but yeah, I wish we could share these memes with you guys.
Yeah, I got more.
Oh, fuck. This should be titled the Meme Wars because that's just how funny this is.
No, you don't want to meme war with me, man. I'm gonna win all day.
All right, well, I have one for you then. Well, so I want to just share this meme with you, and that's called "There's a swab in my thingamaboob."
I'm on a seafood diet. I see it and I eat it.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, just to kind of go off sports for a little bit, apparently, yeah, this is going to be funny. Apparently, China is, for those who go visiting the country of China, whether you're from the U.S., Canada, whatever, they are now saying that if you are going to be tested in China, you have to do it anally swabbed. Like, legit.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Jack's our daddy.
What is that?
What's what?
From a Sabres fan to a Leafs fan.
That is not even fucking no. Come on.
Oh, yes.
Fucking hell, man.
Jeez,
I mean-
man.
Yeah, but that's some pretty funny shit. I mean, literally. I love how just Adam is just like setting out like memes.
Yeah, but you fucking started. I'm gonna fucking finish it.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
Who wants to gargle my unborn crib midgets?
Oh my god.
Wait, the Adele. When you put one
one finger in her pussy and one in her ass. Hello from the other side. I fucking God.
Hello from the other side.
I hate that song, by the way.
Yeah, well,
Who likes that
meme
song?
makes it funny.
A lot of people
It should be
do.
called peanut butter. What the? I don't know about that.
Is somebody trying to fucking compete with it? Andy, you trying to compete with me right here?
Maybe.
Oh, Christ. It's one of those things, isn't it?
Now you started it.
Yeah. Yeah, so Trevor, I want your opinion on that. I want to, we're almost done. And I also have some discussion about Mickey Callaway because that story came out recently and I really want to share it. That's why I got the Mets jersey up. But supposedly, Yankees manager Aaron Boone is taking an immediate medical leave of absence to receive a pacemaker. Surgery is expected to be later today. In Boone's frame of mind because I know I'm in good hands with the doctors of medical staff and I'm here at St. Joseph's Hospital. So what do you think? And then I'll go around the table. What do you think, Trevor?
Well, prayers go out to him. Seriously, if he needs like heart surgery and shit like that, it's gotta be tough. But in terms of Yankee baseball, I'm wondering who's their interim guy if they don't have him back by the start of the season, which is very, very possible. Who can fill in that role of, being in charge of a absolute billion-dollar franchise / corporation in New York Yankees? They got to find somebody that can handle the job. I'm thinking, hey, what the hell's Joe Girardi doing nowadays? Bring him back for a month.
How about Joe Torre?
I don't know about that one. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities everywhere. But you know what? Derek Jeter. Since we're doing stuff like this, throw in Derek Jeter.
Derek Jeter owns the Marlins. He can't do that.
Nope, can't do that. Fuck,
Yeah.
I forgot he did that. That's how
The playoffs last year, so I can't give him too much shit. What about you, Adam? What do you think? Ah, fuck it. He's doing me.
All right, what am I talking about? What are you talking about?
Well, we're talking about the Aaron Boone is probably going to be out for the year because he has to get open heart surgery.
Okay, I was busy looking for memes. I apologize.
Of course you were. So you could suck a fat dick. How about that?
Baseball is baseball, and that's all I have to say.
Okay, then. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, that sucks. What are you going to do? Football goes well.
Yeah, there's not much.
He cares just as much as I do.
That's for sure. That's for sure. And then the other story that came out, and then so remember the allegations, Trevor, about how Mickey Callaway, when he was the manager of the Mets the Wilpons knew about the allegations about Mickey Callaway with sexual harassment.
Yeah, he sent
Yeah, so the Athletic came out with the piece of the article. I actually got it right here. And this is actually the last topic of the night. And then I guess if you guys want to fuck around for a little bit, we can do a little meme war or share.
Whoa! What are we fucking around with?
I don't know. Not you.
Well, here I have a topic here. What did you guys think of the fight last night with Dylan Cousins?
Oh,
we talk about that.
Oh,
that was a game changer.
Why is it taking a rookie to set the tone?
So everybody else is a fucking pussy or injured.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad when your rookie has to stand up for your fucking team.
I mean, he said he was looking for a fight for the past couple of games.
Yo, Chris Benoit, they were supposed to tap out.
Isn't he dead?
Oh my god. He killed his family, dude.
Yeah, he fucking killed his whole family.
Isn't he dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, after he killed his whole family, he offed himself.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That's a suicidal route.
He did the cripple across base and it went too far.
Oh, that's
Oh my god.
Poor bastard, man. I mean, I was never a big fan of Russ. One fact that died over drug overdose a few years ago, like maybe when I say a few years ago, I'm talking like 15 years ago, was Eddie Guerrero.
Eddie Guerrero,
Oh,
yeah.
Eddie Guerrero.
He had a heart attack. Did he have a heart attack in the ring at one point?
I have no clue. I don't watch wrestling, so
Like,
He did a lot of drugs.
He didn't die from it, but at that time, but I think there was one point where he had a heart attack in the ring, like in the middle of a match.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm almost certain that Eddie Guerrero did die of a drug overdose. I don't really know because I remember reading it in the papers many, many years ago.
I think it was cardiac arrest due to a bunch of years of drugs because I think he got sober towards the back end.
Yeah, it was a bunch of cocaine. He was Mexican.
Oh, come on.
I like that.
It's true. It's fucking true. It's proven.
That's true. I mean, he may be Mexican, but
A bunch of steroids too. I mean, you could tell. Eddie Guerrero.
He knows when he watched this show, viewer discretion advised. If you don't like it, get the fuck out of here.
it's true. What about Umaga? Whatever happened to him?
He had a heart attack too, I think.
Why do wrestlers die of heart attacks? Is this some like sort of trend?
All they're doing is like, I think they're just injecting a bunch of foreign shit in their bodies, and then then their hearts just give out.
That is so sad. I mean, when you really think about it, it's almost like as if, you know, you feel for their families. I mean, I remember watching some wrestlers in the 90s when it was in the peak of its prime, and all of a sudden,
Macho Man died in a car accident, but apparently he had suffered from cardiac arrest before his truck went into a freaking tree.
surprised he didn't die from COVID.
No, he died like 10 years ago. Macho Man's been dead for like 10 years.
Well, I knew that, but I was just like, see, that's how little I know about wrestling. So, as far as I'm concerned, what's up?
Hey, just so everybody knows, the next meme that I share, don't talk about it, just look at it.
Where the fuck was this when I was a kid? I don't know what the hell.
No, but I mean it. The meme that I'm sharing, the last one, don't talk about it, just look at it.
I didn't say it, so I'm good.
Wow. Wow.
Oh my god.
Jesus, Adam. You're so lucky. You are so lucky, man. That is so inappropriate for the show.
It says Premier Son. Premier Son.
Adam, where do you go, man? Do you have like...
You don't want to know. Here's another one.
The freaking Nerf one, too, is great.
How
What?
do you prefer it? So
Wait a minute.
Really? Well, the one I bumped in.
Okay, like we gotta start showing everybody these kids like screen share.
Oh my god.
Yo, the one with the super old lady.
Yeah.
Life hack. If you put a corpse on a waterbed, it feels like they are participating. You're welcome.
Straight out of the windshield. Oh my god.
You know what's really funny? I told a Paul Walker joke to Adam a couple of weeks ago because he was really under the weather that one day. Remember this, Adam, like a month ago or 2 months ago, and you were like really under the weather and you wanted me to cheer you up, so we were just throwing out a bunch of jokes at each other, and I brought up a Paul Walker joke, and you just started crying like hysterically of how funny it was.
Yeah.
That was. Waiting because, you know, I don't want to run the timeout, but we have to wait for Tom because he is incorporating the show. So whenever Tom can hear the fuck out of everybody, Tom, if you can hear us, we're ready. So, yeah.
So after sex, I rubbed her face into the wet spot and shouted no.
Dude, what the fuck did you do?
It says my girl said, "Oh my god." Look at all these.
I don't know if one of you inbred hillbillies fucked the squirrel to death or fucked the dead squirrel. Either way, glad you wore a condom this time.
When she's giving you that 2-hand twist, extra spit, sucky, with the gug sound, then pops the thumb in your ass. And it shows Macho Man like
go and you just like look up me
No,
all day.
I'm just on some fucked up fucking groups. That's all.
Clearly.
Get the fuck, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, so that's pretty funny. That's for damn sure. But it's a really fun show tonight. Wouldn't you guys say?
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
yeah, absolutely, man.
Wait, I got a couple more. Wait.
Oh fuck! I bet you Andy's gonna be like, "Oh, what do you got next?" Oh, wait, what did you say? Absent father. Oh no, where'd he go? Includes a body shirt, the pack of cigarettes he went out for.
Oh my god. That's legendary.
Fuck.
That's legendary. You
Uh,
sent another photo. Holy shit! What is this?
you can now bully orphans. Oh,
Those are like mushrooms. If you shoot a duck, I'm scared of toasters.
wait, is that Joe Biden?
Hey, wait. John Deere one. Don't repeat this. Just look at it.
What does it say?
John Deere.
Oh my god!
Thanks to John Deere, I haven't mattered much. For a
No.
long time.
No.
Why are you reading that?
I don't even know what it said. I just kind of read it out loud.
Oh my god, what is it? When your mom's giving you a bath and asks why you're. Then your uncle peep around the. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You guys started. I'm just saying.
I'm not startled. I'm not even surprised. For the woman who needs it more, introducing the Trojan horse. Is your bag the size of a manhole? Even large men can't satisfy your whole ass anymore. What Trojan horse you get your Beauty and the Beast on? I am sorry to my fellow Americans.
Alright, I think that's time to end the show right there, guys, on the memes.
I think so too.
Well, we got a couple of games coming up this weekend. What are we thinking?
0-3, and the Sabres suck. The Mets play the Houston Astros, where Jacob deGrom plays on Saturday. I can't wait to watch that game. And Trevor will just say, eat a fat dick, because he thinks the Astros are the best team in Major League Baseball, when we all know they're a bunch of ignorant pieces of shit.
Well, I don't think that. I know that.
You
They're the
know
best team
that.
in the league.
Really?
Yeah.
So how did you lose to the Nationals without Bryce Harper?
ALCS and force a game 7. I think that's a pretty talented thing for the team to do.
Yeah, I figured, but who knows, man? I mean, baseball's right around the corner. I'm honestly surprised. So throughout the show, we have 2 Mets fans, an Astros fan, a Dodgers fan, and a Jays fan. I want to definitely, the next time we get a chance, as we get closer to the season, I would love to do another baseball wars coming up.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Mets get 96 wins this year. That's what I'm saying. Astros get 92 to 94. I want to say something like that. If we're playing 162, let's see. Toronto gets 102. That's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
That's just what my gut's saying. That's what my gut's saying.
Well, I know Andy's going to say, oh, the Dodgers are going to win 105 games.
Win a with that rotation, they might win 113.
I think
I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to let shit play.
Yeah.
The Jays are going to take back the crown, but
Yeah. Oh, shit. You know what we forgot to talk about throughout this whole hour?
What?
J.J. Watt to the Arizona Cardinals.
That came out of right field. That just came out of right field. Who would have who thought the Cardinals were going to sign him?
Not me.
No, I didn't think that.
Yeah, Andy, what do you think?
Well, kind of was out of left field. Nobody really thought the Cardinals, but then, oh, shit. DeAndre Hopkins is there. Oh, my God, I forgot he had a connection there.
That's for damn sure. I totally forgot about it, to be honest with you, that DeAndre Hopkins was actually on there. And then reports came out. Yeah, and then reports came out that the Buffalo Bills were the closest team to competing next to the Arizona Cardinals. And it was also said that the Arizona Cardinals jumped 9 teams. That means they jumped over the Packers. They jumped over the Browns. They jumped over the Bucks. They jumped over the Chiefs. They jumped over the Steelers, the Colts. They jumped over a lot of teams. By the way, was that Bartolo Colon?
As a Buffalo Bison. Look at that. Look at that old picture. That's legendary.
Damn, that's an oldie.
As a Bison.
Yeah, Big Sexy was a Met, man. That was for sure. But yeah, for sure. But I'm kind of surprised, though. Like, you know what I'm starting to notice? And we can talk about this before Tom gets back, because I just texted him saying, hey, we're about to wrap up. I'm starting to notice that when players in any league says, I want to win a championship, they don't necessarily mean it. They're just going after whoever throws out the best amount of money. Look at Taylor Hall. He was saying, oh, I want to go play for a cup contender. I want to play for a Stanley Cup. And then all of a sudden he says, I'm going to go to the Sabres. And has a disaster year thus far. And then very possible. So you had a chance to go to Green Bay or Buffalo, and instead you go to Arizona.
What about Patrick? What about Patrick Peterson? I've been reading.
Well, we don't know that for a fact yet. He might stay. We don't know yet.
I was gonna say Indy. If you wanted to go after him, go after him. He's only 30.
The one thing I hate, the one rumor I hate, any rumor to do with Christian McCaffrey. I'm like, no, you can't have my son. He's my son. You can't have him.
He's going to start turning into Jack Eichel pretty soon, just wasting his talents on a Panthers team going nowhere.
Well, yeah, I understand it, but like the Panthers are not as bad as the Sabres, just saying.
What about Deshaun Watson being linked to the Saints, Bears, and 49ers?
I'll take him to San Fran.
Panthers as well.
Yeah. And yeah, go ahead.
I like Jimmy Garoppolo, but he just can't stay.
Nope.
49ers.
Oh God. What?
I'll give them to you for free.
Jesus.
I don't fucking want them, Adam. You keep them.
Carolina's going to pay San Francisco to take them.
I'll take Deshaun Watson instead.
Carolina's going to be paying San Francisco to take them off their hands.
It doesn't matter though. We've been doing moves in the past weeks to like lose salary cap and have fucking space, and it's either we're picking high in the fucking draft or trading up, or we're going for Deshaun Watson.
Who do you think Carolina's going to go for in the draft? Who are you eyeing?
Zach Wilson.
Nope, they will not have a shot at Zach Wilson unless they trade up.
Trade up. That's what I mean. They're going to make space. They're going to trade up for him.
Because they're saying that the Jets might take Wilson at 2.
Yeah, they might.
I hope not. If not, we'll go for fucking what's his name?
Fields.
Trey Lance.
No, not Trey Lance.
Justin Fields.
No.
Mac Jones.
What's that guy? What's the other guy?
Mac Jones. He's a big guy. Mac Jones is a big guy, but the only thing that like concerns me is that he's a quarterback from Alabama, and those.
Why is that?
More.
I'm just saying, I can see Justin Fields falling out of the top 5.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I see him
What
going
do you
like
see some spots with
Penn.
the Panthers going after Parsons, the linebacker from Penn State?
We don't need a linebacker, man.
Just saying, I've seen it in a couple mock drafts.
Carolina needs a quarterback.
We need a franchise quarterback.
Yes, you do. I'm just saying that's what I saw.
And is Carson Wentz? Are we thinking Wentz is going to have a revenge season?
No,
I don't know. Depends on the
Not really.
He'll be hurt. He'll be hurt the second game.
I mean, the Colts have the second best offensive line in the NFL. If they can protect Carson Wentz, I'm thinking he can do good things with Frank Reich.
Bring back Rivers.
No, I already read that in February he sold his Indianapolis home, and now he's living back in Alabama.
Interesting.
He's such a stud of a quarterback, though. He's old, but he's such a stud. Such a great quarterback.
Giants released Golden Tate.
Golden Tate.
Golden Tate.
Yeah,
Golden Tate.
who's picking him up?
Well, I have heard that the Washington No Names are interested in Curtis Samuel.
Really? Curtis
Yes.
Samuel.
Curtis
Interesting.
Samuel. And also, I've also heard the Raiders are looking to blow it up. So they might extend Derek Carr. Tyrell Williams got released by the Raiders a couple days ago, and he's signing a 1-year deal for $6.2 million with the Detroit Lions.
Okay.
Yep.
The Lions are just taking everybody out. They're just like, oh, give us someone.
Jared Goff.
We need anybody.
Jared Goff is going to set that team back more years to come. Jared Goff sucks.
I think Stafford was the better quarterback out of the two, but
I think so too.
You want to rebuild, but at the same time, you let go of your franchise quarterback. You get Jared Goff. But at the same time, they got a lot of draft capital out of that trade. If they wanted to, in the next couple of years, they could draft a quarterback.
I kind of feel like Stafford was back.
Great in LA. He'll be amazing in LA.
With that defense, yeah.
I mean, you got an offense with Matt Stafford, Cam Akers, and Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods. That offense is going to be fire.
Well, that's why I hate everyone. Me and my buddy were fighting the other night about. He's like, "Oh, the Panthers are so bad." I'm like, "Dude, they literally have everything in place.
They're a quarterback away."
Yeah, they have a good defensive line. They have a good offensive line. They had the best running back in the league, bar none. And dude, all we need is like maybe another wide receiver and a quarterback.
Well, this draft is really interesting because it's stacked with great quarterback talent as well as wide receivers. Last year was just all about the wide receivers. Like, it was so crazy last year.
Mm-hmm.
This year, it's a mix. It's a mix between quarterbacks, wide receivers. Not really a lot of running backs I've noticed, and offensive guard. Who might just be the most hyped offensive lineman in an NFL draft in history? I could see the Cincinnati Bengals drafting Seawall to protect Joey Burrow.
What do you think the Bills are going to select?
Dude,
the Bills. Where do they pick? 28? Where do they pick? 28?
30?
30? 29, 30? The Bills?
The Niners?
No, the Bills. Where are the Bills?
They're drafting at 30th. But yeah, so in light of this whole Teddy Bridgewater idea, according to John Pearson, who's an insider for the Carolina Panthers, he reported the Niners are among the teams that have called the Panthers expressing trade interest in quarterback Teddy Bridgewater. However, the Panthers are not going to just give up Bridgewater right now, as they'll go through other possibilities, including Bridgewater in an offer deal for Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. It's going to be like Bridgewater and picks for Deshaun Watson.
Well, whoever get Watson, that team's settled. But it's really interesting too, because I find it very fascinating that the Panthers, the Dolphins, and the Jets were all linked to Deshaun Watson, and then later the 49ers were once linked to Watson. Would be in the package deal and would send him to the Texans, along with a monster load of picks.
Well, not only that, I've seen, like, if you look at it, the only team that's actually made moves, as in, like, making space and stuff, has been the Panthers.
Definitely. And the Raiders, too. The Raiders are looking to trade offensive guard Trent Brown, and he's got a hefty contract, too. So good luck whoever gets that contract if they're able to find a partner, because if not, then they'll just release him. But we'll see. There's going to be a lot of feedback on this free agency class.
Then I seen, like, the Panthers, like the official Panthers Twitter page, posted about how many teams are, like, interested in McCaffrey, and it's like any team you can think of is literally like, yeah, we take him, we give whatever just to get this guy.
I don't understand. Why would they want to trade him? I mean, isn't the whole idea to keep your best player?
No, it's not. They don't want to trade him. It's just saying how many people have interest in him.
Well, I guess we'll find out down the road. I mean, again, There's going to be a lot of interesting moves. There's going to be a lot of trades. There's going to be a lot of cuts, surprise cuts, like Kyle Rudolph. Kyle Rudolph was cut by the Vikings yesterday. He's available. He could be a good option for the Buffalo Bills. He's a good option for the Cleveland Browns. So I'm honestly very excited about not only free agency, and I'm also excited for Adam specifically for the draft.
Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of hard to predict what the Panthers are doing, but I kind of feel like they want Deshaun Watson. But at the same time, I kind of feel like they're making room to fucking trade up. And so I don't know.
Absolutely. There's a load of shit to go. And the last piece of news that came out was the Miami Dolphins have saved $10 million in cap space by just releasing Kyle Van Noy. So the Buffalo Bills, the Green Bay Packers, and the New England Patriots all have interest. However, for Buffalo, if they want Kyle Van Noy, not that I'm the biggest fan, as I'm really not crazy about him, the Bills would have on
Release him. Release him.
Yeah, just let him go.
If you're bringing in Van Noy, fucking release him.
On top of that, he's a free agent and he wants $15 million.
That's a fucking joke.
Yeah, get fucked. Get out.
Get out of here. There are some quarterbacks in this league that aren't making $15 million.
Well, not Deshaun Watson. Dak Prescott wants to make Patrick Mahomes money.
Oh my God. Well, you saw how the Cowboys played without him. I mean, Dak Prescott's pretty important on that roster, but
he's their only piece other than Taylor.
Pat Mahomes money? Come on, get out of town.
Yeah,
Dak Prescott?
I mean, it's a bit of a stretch from his perspective, but I don't know, man. I don't think that Dak Prescott deserves that kind of money. I mean, I understand where the Cowboys are coming from, but as far as for paying the similar money,
Patrick Mahomes has been to back-to-back Super Bowls.
Yes. Yeah, so Jane Slater was reporting in the rumor mill that Dak Prescott is looking to be paid, quote, right behind Mahomes. So, in other words, Patrick Mahomes is making $503 million right now, and he's got 11 years left on his contract. So, that's that. And I'm not saying that, yeah, it's an insane contract. I mean, as he gets older, it's going to get worse. But for Dak, because he just came off of a massive injury this year in September, you're expecting him to get a decent contract. I'd take him for $20 million, maybe 5 years on another team like the Panthers. That's another team I've heard that has interest. I've also heard Seattle because Russell Wilson might be on his way out. And reports were coming out that he was open to a trade because of mismanagement issues in Seattle with Dallas and Las Vegas. Those are the four teams that have interest in Russell Wilson. But of all the teams he's interested in playing for, the Chicago Bears.
Oh my God!
Are you kidding me? The Bears.
Yeah, but I you know why though? Because I feel like he can probably get the most money out of the Bears.
Guys, how about this? Quarterback Alex Smith as a backup.
No.
Jacoby Brissett was getting paid $15 million. You can probably sign Alex Smith for $2 million.
Yeah, here's something I found that was very interesting. I also heard that the New England Patriots are scouting. When I say scouting, they are over-scouting quarterbacks. And they could get to the point where, because the Patriots, I think, have like the fourth or fifth highest amount of cap of any team in the league this year. Right behind the Jets, right behind the Browns, right behind the Jaguars, etc. The Patriots could trade up. And if they could strike a deal, I've heard they might trade up for the first overall pick and get Trevor Lawrence, if it's possible.
Wow.
Anything to write home about?
We'll have to find out when he gets into the NFL level. You might be right. I mean, he's great in college, but it's very possible that the Jaguars could be drafting a mixed bag. But I've also heard the Patriots have a load of interest in Kyle Van Noy, but we'll find out down the road. And speaking of the New England Patriots, last topic, I promise, and then we'll get time to close off the show. But there's apparently a rumor going around that the New England Patriots are most likely and most definitely likely going to trade Stephon Gilmore this offseason.
Good. That overrated piece of shit.
Oh yeah, there's another bum. Add to the list.
$17 million for another 2 years, and apparently the Green Bay Packers have interest in him.
You guys see this?
What is that? Oh,
It's Jack Eichel over the years, but he ends up looking like one of the villains from Home Alone.
What's his name?
Marv.
Is he Harry? Marv or Marv? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Marv.
He's Harry. Maybe it's Marv.
He's
Whoever
yeah.
Joe Pesci's
Marv.
character, the other guy. Oh my God.
Marv
That
and
is-
Harry. It's Harry and Marv.
That is so funny.
I can't believe that Jack Eichel actually ended up looking like him.
Okay.
Well, he
anyway.
decided to grow out. He decided to grow out the
It's
lettuce.
hideous.
He looks
His
like
hair
a
before the
fucking
lettuce
cabbage.
was hilarious.
He
Theme of the
literally
year.
looks like a cabbage patch doll.
Yep. So, yep.
This was his rookie. Like this
The
dude.
goddamn steel wool.
Then he went and did the friggin'
This is him now.
Yeah.
That's insane. Yeah, he's
Oh.
really grown. And
all about the flow.
what were we gonna say, Andy?
All about the flow.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, the flow. And I want to just quickly say to
Amherst win. Amherst win.
yay, something in Western New York we can actually be happy with.
Woo!
At least one of your teams ain't shit.
They beat
Jack
Utica.
win score.
In Utica. But yeah, so tonight's sponsor for Buffalo After Dark, I'd like to share our sponsor at Dr. Squatch. Yeah, Dr. Squatch shampoo. Check this out.
Yeah,
You have
man.
Dr. Squatch Cool Citrus. You have Dr. Squatch Cypress Coast. And then, of course, you have a bunch of shit that you can put on your hands and your hair. Now, Pine Tar, which is the classic OG. And then you have this one. You have Alpine Sage. It's actually really freaking delicious. I don't know if any of you have ever tried this yet.
Never
So
have.
you said OG, like original gangster.
Damn straight I said that.
This is our
Fucking
second.
Robbie.
This is our second sponsor.
Jack
Jack Link's Tender Bites Teriyaki Beefsteak Jerky, which is probably the best one out there. It's literally pieces that are this big, and they're so good. 10 grams of protein, 70 calories, 3 servings per bag, and I just
Or are associated with any of these products.
no. I'm just. We're not affiliated. I'm just pumping their tires a bit.
Okay, but we don't want to get sued tomorrow. So
Yeah, well, and just to top of all off, along with these 2 pieces of soap, I also have Cool Fresh Aloe. I also have
I think it's pronounced. I think it's pronounced aloe.
aloe,
aloe. What did I say? Aloe?
Hello.
Hello.
aloe from the
Hello.
other side.
Oh
Great.
God.
And then I have Goat Moss Scrub right here. I really butchered this when I first got this. I called it IPA, but it's IPA. So,
IPA?
Yeah,
I really butchered it.
My God, you're such a fucking dumbass.
I bought a couple of those. They really don't last that long.
Well, I can tell you, certainly, Andy, I have like 35 of these now in my house.
Oh,
Jesus, $7 a pop? What are you mad?
No, I paid like 25 of them. No, here's what it is. This is going to sound ridiculous. I swear to God,
probably
I am
is.
not making this up.
No, you know what already sounds ridiculous? We're still talking about this live.
IPA.
Yeah, well, says the guy who threw fucking memes around during the show.
And started
you know
writing.
what? You fucking started. I fucking finished it.
Yeah, and I'm starting it, and then I'm finishing it. So there, fuck you.
Nobody wants to hear about your fucking soap. My memes are funnier.
Penis.
It smells great.
Smell your balls. Hey, all right, Tom. End this fucking.
Who said anything about smelling my balls?
Where is Tom?
Tom, get your ass over here. We're about to wrap up the show.
Where is this guy?
Like an hour ago, but we're
Tommy.
still
Tommy, Tommy, Tommy,
Tommy.
Tommy, Tommy.
Ginger King, Ginger King, Ginger King. You have a
Ginger King, get over here.
Sanka, you dead?
Tommy Woojack. Tommy Woojack.
Oh, yeah. Washington and
bet on the Leafs game, or?
Yeah, I got in-game live betting. Leafs win.
Okay, we're up 5-1 too. That's pretty good.
There you go.
I knew I shouldn't have started Mike Smith. As soon as I went to go take him out, I already started.
What did I tell you?